for a score, yeah, he's going to be jumping up and down a big way.
And as a punter, you know that clock is ticking. He just didn't get it off in time. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. Fighting through.
That's it, buddy. You got one.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
A first down throw for Brissett. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, it's Gore. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A look there at the defensive starters for the Colts. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Brissett. Caught by Wilson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need...
Colts come after it, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped, and returned. For a touchdown. What an exciting play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gore. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Brissett. This is caught by Gibb. 7 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, Gore. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Brissett to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gore. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by their veteran quarterback now in his 16th season from NC State, Phillip Rivers.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 receiving.
So Deuce is wild, huh?
Absolutely.
Probably should have gotten 2 checks for this game, right? One for the running backs, one for the wide receivers. Could carry home a nice little pile of cash.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rivers. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing, Rivers. And that's caught at the 25. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed and, more importantly, perhaps that first-round bye.
But they have to clinch it, don't they?
Yeah.
That's the key, right? So, in a sense, the playoffs have started. They've got to go ahead and get this thing done. Otherwise, it's a different road, and you really don't want to be at the mercy of other teams and their results.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brissett sets to throw it. It's complete. It's Gore. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Brissett, Ebron caught left side. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The strong safety, Jaleel Adai, right there in coverage. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. McCaffrey. Oh, a nice spin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
1st down, Rivers. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Eluding the pressure right. Staying on his feet. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to. Throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And our focus now shifts to Frank Gore. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. To throw again on second down. Brissett again has it complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Brissett. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Gore. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brissett, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw is Brissett. Short little throw to Ebron. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Brissett down. Powell on the catch. Powell with a first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Throwing. Brissett. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. Pretty move. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, what a catch by Edelman. A big play there for Indy. 47 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers now. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Still on his feet. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And this is caught. It's Edelman. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Bissett. Ebron's got it. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Eric Ebron. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this third quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, baby.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Able to push his way through. Sheds a second man.
He's building up some momentum, isn't he?
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Red Delta!
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Rivers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On play action, Rivers. Flushed out right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Rivers. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And down inside the 15 he goes. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think so.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Phillip Rivers with his third touchdown pass of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, Brissett. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game. Defensively, they bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Brissett. This is caught by Gill. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run with goal out of the shotgun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the bootleg, it's Brissett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Henry Anderson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Brissett sets to throw it. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran safety Antoine Bethea there on the defensive coverage. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bruce Irvin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Brissett. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brissett. And he completes it to Wilson. 23 yards on the play. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Brissett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Colts, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.